Hi, everybody. This is Brad Parabeck with Friend MTS. I'm Senior Vice President of Sales for the Americas. And I'm here to talk with my coworker, Alan Ogilvie, about our Beyond DRM series of white papers. So, Alan, why do you feel it was important that we put these white papers out?
So since I joined you last year, Brad, I've spoken to many of our partners and prospective customers. There's been a real theme running through a lot of that. It seemed to me that many implementing an OTT or streaming service have been under the impression that content protection begins and ends with common digital rights management techniques on their streaming protocols. And this really frustrates me, as my previous experience implementing these sorts of solutions with large customers showed me that once the video hits the display, any protection that DRM provided is no longer relevant. So we've been recently speaking with Steve Hawley at Piracy Monitor to find out if the industry would appreciate discussion about where DRM fits. And by the way, that's up until the point of consumption, and what else you can do to protect your investment and revenue. And that led to these articles, this series, the Beyond DRM article series that we're doing. We had to split it up a bit into several parts as we began contributing to it. We realized together just how much explanation we needed to help.
So, Alan, besides the DRM, what else can Friend MTS do?
So we believe that using watermarking, visually imperceptible overlay on the video that's indelibly linked to the video is a required addition to just using DRM on its own. Likewise, there would be little point in watermarking if you don't use DRM to protect the delivery. So we believe that both should be implemented for a robust service, with the watermark allowing detection of piracy where suspect material is found, and the payload within the watermark allowing the streaming service provider to take action and plug the leak. We call that watermarking technique Advanced Subscriber Identification, or ACID. The subscriber word here simply means that an identifier for the current user of your streaming service can be uniquely identified. So a suspect material showing up in pirate services can be tracked back to the user, your subscriber. That allows you to take action as you feel is appropriate. Now, why did I say as you feel appropriate is appropriate? Well, remember that the user account used to pirate may have been compromised, and legitimate user of that account may know nothing about this. So you need to add a little bit of investigation and look at the security around your accounts. It may not be an immediate shutdown of the account as the initial reaction you should take.
What can Friend MTS really do to help our current customer base, our potential customer base out there?
Watermarking, again, is another thing that we can add to it, but you're not going to watermark and ignore it. You have to actually monitor for it. So we go out there, we provide a service to you where we actually go and monitor across all the pirate sites, across the pirate devices, their apps that they produce, the little Cody boxes and things like that, the illicit streaming devices, as we call them internally. So we can go out and monitor and then issue maybe takedown notices on your behalf or provide that information back to yourselves. So that's a full service. You have to have the whole end-to-end solution. You have to be able to look for the material that you've watermarked. Just
to recap then, where can I find out, or where can the audience out there find out more about the Friend MTS solutions, and where do we go from here?
Obviously what I just gave you was a very quick summary of the techniques, but you can find out more information. We've got another article for Beyond DRM, so I think that's 3 in all, which should be a good completion of that. And there you can actually get the summary sheet about watermarking comparison, and you can request to download the full white paper from us about these comparison of in-depth about attacks and reasons why the different techniques are used. ACID, for instance, is great for live content as well as on demand. So it's really handy that, and that's available on the website. So definitely use DRM. That's one thing I would say. Use it effectively, implement it correctly, and do regular penetration testing on your solutions. Have us review your security model too. We do that for quite a few organizations because we've got a great team that has years of experience. They've seen the best and worst of implementations out there with DRM, and it's sometimes the people you least expect. On top of DRM, use watermarking. We recommend a client-composited solution like our ACID watermark, and of course, have us monitor for material out there.
Well, that's fantastic. So I would tell the audience out there, go to www.friendmts.com. We look forward to talking to you, and everybody stay safe out there.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you very much, Alan.